Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the Ram Ashram Satsang practice session, where you'll learn a modern Satsang method for obtaining peace, light, and love in your life. My name is Eddie, and I will be introducing the facilitator for today's event. But first, I'd like to give you a brief overview of this Satsang session. If you direct your attention towards your screen, you'll see the first element is Satsang. Satsang is a scientific method whereby we may obtain peace, light, and love in our life. It requires no physical skill, spiritual accomplishment, or meditation experience to begin this practice. Satsang consists of two words, Sat and Sang. Sat means positive energy, and Sang means to be with or to be in the presence of. Therefore, the word Satsang means to be in the presence of positive energy. The next element is meditation. Meditation is an important part of Satsang. When we meditate, we withdraw consciousness from worldly objects and direct it inwards to focus on a single thought. In doing so, our minds become calm and our thoughts become pure, thereby allowing us to obtain higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. Inner orientation. There are two types of satsang, inner satsang and outer satsang. An example of outer satsang would be chanting or attending pilgrimages. When we practice outer satsang, we have the potential to change our behavior, but only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain higher states of consciousness, such as enlightenment, peace, light, and love. The satsang that you will learn today is an inner satsang where we meditate in silence. Group session. These practice sessions are structured for group participation. When we meditate as a group, our focus is improved and our personal progress along our spiritual path is expedited. By regularly attending these practice sessions, the benefits of group participation are amplified. Joy and inner happiness. All beings wish to experience joy. Joy is the eternal longing of the soul, but only through the practice of inner satsang can we obtain a joyous state. Each time we practice satsang, our inner happiness gradually increases, ultimately culminating in a state of joy, which we experience 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The agenda for today consists of 3 sessions: the informative session, the practice session, and the interactive session. During the informative session, a lecture will be given about a satsang topic, the founder, or some relevant spiritual topic. During the practice session, you'll receive instructions on how to meditate, followed by a period of practice. During the interactive session, you have the opportunity to ask questions, or there'll be a panel discussion. And now, I'd like to introduce the facilitator for today's event. He has over 40 years of satsang experience. He's the grandson of Guru Maharaj, the founder of Ram Ashram Satsang. He was born into a satsang family where he experienced his family members obtain states of enlightenment and lead lives of peace, light, and love. At an early age, he began traveling with the mission throughout India, facilitating satsangs. And during that time, he witnessed the positive effects that satsang could have on mankind. And upon arriving to the United States, both he and his wife continued to facilitate satsangs for local satsangees. He has led teams of satsang members in translating important satsang literature into English and has worked tirelessly to make satsang more accessible to Western and English-speaking audiences. He currently travels throughout the United States, India, and England, facilitating satsangs while maintaining his duties as a husband, a father, and an IT executive. Today, he will teach us a rare and ancient form of satsang as taught by Guru Maharaj. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sanjeev Kumarji.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. Glad that we are here in Satsang. I think I'm coming here like supercharged after the London, Manchester, and Philadelphia in-person satsangs. And the last session we had Sunday evening, the thought that came to me was that it was intimate and, and um, a session that was dedicated to gratitude. So I think I'll just continue that thought that it's a session dedicated to gratitude, um, because sometimes we forget about what all we already have that we should thank for, and whatever uh, each of these satsang sessions provide us, um, I personally cannot thank enough. Um, you know, it actually uplifts us all, which individually it might have been very, very difficult. Um, so, talking about the pyramid and the realm of love, um, so I had just jotted down a few thoughts there that without love, the selfless and unconditional love, without reaching that point, you cannot reach the top of the pyramid. That's you have to cross that land of love. There is only joy and just joy. There is no sign of sadness, poverty, jealousy, hate. You're not afraid of greed, grief, anger, or attachments. There is no smell of lust or power hunger. In the land of love, the behavior becomes pure and clean, not thinking bad for anyone, no telltales, no harming others, so do no harm, no negative talk, no unnecessary bad mouthing others. So basically, an ocean of love. When you take a dip in it, you're drowned in joy. There is no happiness or sadness. Here you realize that everyone is connected and related as humans, as conscious beings. You feel you are connected to everyone as if you were made of the same fabric, part of the same fabric. Now, power plays, possessions really look like petty things. So, you know, and then there was this quote from Rumi, the Persian, you know, uh, poet: beyond the right doing and wrongdoing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. And then he says, when you lie in the field, in that field, the world is too full to talk about. So you're so full of joy that you transcend that world. So the process that takes us there, I think let's do that now. Um, so sit in a relaxed posture, relaxed and still posture, eyes lightly closed, and think about this transcendental energy in form of light that's entering our heart, distributing throughout our body, and we are becoming one with this light. When mind wanders away, which it will, it's natural, just bring it back to this thought and this thought alone. The transcendental light is entering our heart, distributing throughout our body, and we are becoming one with this light. We'll start with music that helps concentration. Then music fades away. We go into deep silent meditation. And then we transition out with music again. So let's start now. So happy Tuesday, everyone. So yeah, we were talking about this being the session for gratitude. So the food for thought there is, unconditional love, pure, selfless love. Uh, you know, it's hard to fathom. So gratitude for no reason, like there's ample reasons, and then you don't really need a reason. And similarly, you know, then what you get in return is a blessing for no reason. Um, it's maybe, I don't know, I'm making sense. So, Eddie, so how were the last 2 weekends?
Very, very enjoyable. Um, Always nice to hear that you had a successful mission in your travels throughout the world. So that's always reassuring that more people are benefiting from, what Guru Maharaj has brought to all us all and to us all, and that you are spreading throughout the world. So very appreciate that. And on the this issue of gratitude, I was just thinking that it's something we kind of intuitively understand that um, is something that we should do, and we generally say that um, you should be grateful. If you're not, then you're not being a humble person, which is an acknowledgement that we all receive help from some higher power. And if I remember correctly, Guru Maharaj had said that, wrote that when we do show gratitude, that it is along the lines of surrendering. And by that, I think what he meant was that it's saying that my little will is not enough in this world to do everything, and that I need to have my little will submit to the higher will. That is the greater power. And so recognizing that and submitting yourself to the higher will is kind of the idea of surrender. So when we show gratitude, we are practicing that surrender that Guru Maharaj also talked and wrote about. And so that's kind of how I think about gratitude now. And it's just something intuitively I think that most people do, and at certain points in their life, certainly when they're feeling healthy, like you said, it just spontaneously comes out. You show gratitude. When you're happy, people always say, "Oh, thank you," God, or to the guru or some higher being. Just thank you for that, and it's just something that we intuitively do. So I think what you said today makes totally perfect sense, and just something that we should keep in mind and continue to do, because it is part of this concept of what Guru Maharaj calls surrender, which is an accelerant to our progress, to the ultimate goal, to that realm of love and beyond.
Absolutely. So yeah, Shivangi, any thoughts on the last weekend?
नमस्ते भैया जी।
Namaskar.
I think it went really well. The Saturday morning session and all the other sessions. It was just, yeah, I cannot put it in words. It was just, um, yeah, it went really, really well. I just don't have the words.
Yeah. Yeah, talk about immersive weekends, right? It's like I think we need to plan one. Um, yeah, let's see, maybe in July. So, Steve, how are you?
Yeah, yeah, hi. I'm doing well. I'm just trying to get to the end of another school year here, so it's been really chaotic at the end, graduations and things like that. Trying to get there and acknowledge people and just get to the finish line with the academic piece. So I've been I caught the recording of last Tuesday's session, and then I jumped in for a little bit on Saturday, and I had some relatives in town for they flew in from Dallas for a funeral, and so there's just it's been just
Mm.
really crazy busy. I had my oldest son got into a fender bender and totaled out a
Uh-oh.
vehicle, so it's just
Oh.
it was nothing serious as far as like nobody was seriously hurt, but like a radiator got destroyed, and so just a lot to process, but I just lot of things going through my mind. I think it's just so beautiful. Like when your daughter can lead these sessions, you must be very proud of her. I just think that's beautiful in um, any type of spiritual sense. When we have female leaders, I know, um, uh, attending like Catholic services and so forth. It's very
Yeah,
gender oriented that way, and so it's I think it's beautiful when we see both genders taking those leadership roles. And then you being in Philadelphia, it just made me think of, it's a city of brotherly love, and there's so much history there. And uh, it's kind of a center for the abolitionist movement and all these wonderful things that have happened in our country. So um, American philosophical societies. There's just so many things in Philadelphia there. So I hope you had a good time, and I hope it was fruitful. But I've just been kind of bopping in and out because it's chaotic. But I do try every day when take 15 seconds right away when I open my eyes to find one thing to be appreciative of, whether it's just uh, family or just the blessings. I think all of us here are blessed in one way or another every day. So you just have to find those opportunities to express that.
yeah. You just mentioned so many things. It's like, things happen, but you know, uh, kids are safe. That itself is like, one more thing to be thankful for. And
For sure.
after two back-to-back weekends of deep immersive experience, it's like, so the last session we had in Philadelphia, um, the only thing that was flowing through my head is like, you know, I think we ought to be more thankful for what we have, and gratitude is, uh, is a is something that you don't even need to find a reason for, because there's so much that's um, already out there for you. Um, and it's it's just so in Hindi. So in that session, I was, so I was telling Shivangi also that, I used to. There are lots of words of wisdom and uh, deep, meaningful terms in Hindi and Sanskrit, which uh, sometimes I find at such a loss when it to translate in English. And so one of the words that even I knew it was deep, I knew it was very relevant, very meaningful to satsang, ahetuki kripa. So it's like if kripa is blessing, ahetuki is like, what I found out was like there is no cause or reason, it's there. It's like what have I done to deserve this? And, but you get, so sometimes, you don't get into those states, but when you do, it's like there's so much that we need to be thankful for. There's so much blessing that sometimes we're just either ignorant of, or we're so caught up in, it's like the way we are. And this also, I think, in the travels, you keep thinking, and sometimes I make some notes. And so one thought that came to me was like, if you have a little bit of like a wound or somewhere in your body, if there is some acute pain, or acute, I don't mean like very, it doesn't even need to be very strong. It just has to be there. And what happens, your brain, your mind always just goes there, right? It will solve itself in a day or two, or whatever. But so the thing is, like, we are so caught up in our small things that attract our attention, are these small things that are something that is attracting the attention, and you forget the rest, right? It's like you close your eyes for meditation, and if you have just a little bit of strain somewhere, yeah, your meditation goes for a toss. Going beyond that, so imagine, so in the early 1900s, my grandfather had some wound, and they would like very, strange ways of dealing with those. And he could, while somebody was trying to treat that wound, he would be reading a newspaper. So it's that ability to concentrate elsewhere, is spiritual. It takes a lot. So when you're surrounded by lots of things, ability to meditate, ability to disconnect for a little bit, it's healthy, right? It's phenomenal. Well, so Anita ji, anything before we wrap up? Or Omkar?
Namaskar, Sanjeev ji, and hello, everybody. So yes, we missed you. I caught some of the sessions in Philadelphia, which was wonderful. We were caught up with something here. But gratitude, yes. And we have to keep reminding ourselves every single day, and I try to do that. But yes, long way to go. Gratitude is a very important piece of where we need to be and what we need to feel every minute, every moment. So thanks for reminding us of that. And yes, very grateful to you and to everybody here for giving us this avenue to feel how we feel whenever we sit down here together, and very grateful. Yes.
Yeah, these are really the, sessions that are so, like, quote unquote, intimate. It's like a small, very, I just feel so, it's having these sessions is just, it's a different energy altogether. So Omkar?
Yeah, weekend was awesome, and And like the thing I realized that in person is really like that is something that cannot be replaced by virtual sessions, even though you can do that. That was something that I realized after seeing it, because um, uh,
Yeah.
knowing about some other stuff, like knowing about people and their experiences, that is the part actually we miss in the virtual sessions, those informal conversations, um, sharing everyone each other's experience, and then plus definitely the collective energy that is there when all people are present. So that that's something, like everything has its own pros and cons. Like you have to travel and to go physically and then spend so much time, and the virtual sessions are so easy, like you can just join wherever you are. So that, yeah, I think both of them are necessary.
Yeah, I think we need to really think hard on how to provide more and more opportunity for in person, because and I am actually tired because there was so much travel in the last 2 weeks, but well worth it. And but in-person energy, yeah, is something else. It's exponentially different. Definitely. Yeah. All right. On that note, have a great week ahead. We'll look forward to see you all soon. Love, light, and peace be with you. Take care and have a good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Right. Namaskar. Bye bye. Good night.
Good night.